Have you guys ever wondered what it's like to be eaten by a plant?
Not really.
Well, let me tell you guys, it is horrible. And today we're going to be finding out why.
Hello, bug-sized man. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be eaten by a carnivorous plant? No.
Whoa.
All the time.
Find
Dog
out.
talking.
Number 5, pitcher plants.
Oh, that's Bellsprout. That's Victory Bell.
Yeah. Shut up.
Whoa.
The pitcher plant gets its name
Sorry, that was
from its
mean.
pitcher-shaped leaves, and it uses these as deadly traps. Picture this. First, your insect brain is lured in by the sweet scent of nectar.
Yummy.
Alex,
And
Mom.
once you reach the top, you start slurping to your heart's
Dude.
content. But what
Yummy,
you don't
honey.
realize is the surface you're standing on has a waxy coating, making
Hey,
it
yo, he's throwing that
extremely
thing around.
slippery.
He slipped
You
right
take
in there.
One step too close to the edge, and you've fallen into the pitcher
Who
plant's
actually falls for this?
digestive fluids. The
Have you guys ever thought about this? Like, let's say you were, I don't know, like walking around the street or outside or something, and then you walk around the block, and then there's a big McDonald's, and then you go up to the McDonald's because the smells are so good, and then you go inside, and then you start eating your cheeseburger, and then a giant trap door falls out from under you, and then you die. Have you ever thought about that? Because that's basically what happens to bugs.
That's a
24/7.
crazy way to think about it, and it's very accurate.
That's not what happened at all here.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
Dude, there's a giant hole. If there was a giant hole next to McDonald's, I'm not eating at the McDonald's.
I'm assuming that you're smarter than a bug, so I had to take some creative liberties there.
I think Adam still would eat at the McDonald's, even if there was a giant hole.
Giant hole? Whee!
It'd be giant hole, burger, giant hole.
Probably burgers in hole. Let's research.
Yeah, you would jump in for more burgers.
Cannonball!
You would dive in face first.
All right,
you
all
fatty.
right, all right.
walls
God.
are covered in wax too, making it impossible to climb out. And
That's
you
Adam
slowly
climbing out.
realize
This
that
just
there's
is
no escape.
Victory Bell.
As your
I would
It's
arms
insane.
immediately
tired,
pee.
You begin.
No, Alec, Victory Bell is a pitcher plant. Pitcher plants came first, and then Victory Bell.
Oh
one
no,
came first?
don't disrespect my boy Victory Bell like that.
Are you
he
saying-
came first?
Are you saying that the Pokemon was created and then the plant spawned out of thin air?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh my God.
because
Alright.
I heard of Victory Bell before this thing. I never heard of this thing before.
Alex, last video here.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding,
We're
guys.
supposed to be
Please
really
don't
factual
get
here.
wrong.
digesting you alive.
It's just filled with acid.
Well, that's a great question. Pitcher plants and most other carnivorous plant species live in environments that provide insufficient nutrients. So they've adapted to get the essentials like nitrogen, phosphorus, and
Nice.
magnesium from your flesh instead.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Their diet mostly consists of bugs, but some pitchers are large enough to eat frogs and rats too.
Wow.
Oh my
They come in
God!
so many different shapes
Dude,
and sizes.
you can eat
Like
rats?
this one.
Victory Bell.
Remind you of something? Yep.
Wait a minute. I never used to care about plants. Like, I always was like, oh, I don't care about plants ever. Whoever would. But low key, this is kind of cool. I might become a plant person.
You should get a bunch of carnivorous plants and then feed it random things.
This looks like a toilet. I would definitely drop a dookie.
I would want to put like some lemon juice in there and just see how it reacts.
Oh, you torture the plant. You
It'd be
little
like,
sicko.
spicy. Ah.
That's
Guys, it's a
toilet.
plant.
The lid secretes an
Why, so
abundance of
spicy.
nectar that attracts small mammals like the tree shrew. And while
Hey,
it
look,
eats
it's
the
Adam.
nectar,
Hey,
the
yo!
toilet bowl catches any
No!
lunch dumps. That's right. This pitcher plant eats poop. A wholesome
I said that!
symbiotic relationship.
Wait, hold on, hold on,
Wow.
hold on.
Ew.
The first person to invent a toilet definitely saw this and was inspired by this. It's the exact same shape as a toilet. They probably saw a squirrel taking a crap with a lid.
No, the plant probably saw a
don't-
toilet, Adam, and was like,
Okay.
wow,
I
that's a
don't
good
think
idea.
Alec is the dumbest person alive.
I don't think the lid goes down.
I can't believe this thing literally eats poop. That's so crazy. Normally, I would say that, someone has found their spirit animal, but Adam, I think you've just found your spirit plant.
I've got told I've eaten
Adam eats poop.
a lot. I got
Pitcher
bullied.
plant species has got to be the cobra lily, and this is how it would eat you. You're lured
Oh,
in by
this
the
thing's
scent of
cool.
nectar again. This time coming from a leaf shaped like
Looks
the
like a
forked
snake.
tongue of a cobra. The concentration of nectar.
How incredible is that a plant based its look after a cobra?
Don't ask me how it's done. Like, do they have like the actual consciousness to do that, or is it just designed that way by?
Legit natural selection at its finest.
Yeah, it's Mother Nature. That's why giraffes have such long necks. It's because only the tall ones could eat the plants.
They started out just like horses. They look like horses.
Right. So only the tall ones would survive. And that's probably what happened with these plants too, until they turned into snake lookalikes.
And now we're at the point in human evolution where we're letting things survive that never would have a billion years ago.
Like we just brought back dire wolves. Did you hear about that?
I did. and I've watched videos, and I want one.
Anyway.
Concentration of nectar increases as you move further up.
He is really
The plant's
licking that thing.
sneaky invitation to get you to climb inside, and eventually you end up inside a beautiful dome.
Whoa.
Pouring in through many
Dude,
holes.
I would fall
Having
for all
had
these.
your fill of nectar, you decide to leave. And
so
there's
glad I'm not a
so
bug.
many exits to choose from. How convenient.
Nice try.
But it's not an exit.
Oh.
It's a window. You try another
What?
one. Oh,
It's all
strange.
translucent.
Oh, now they're
you'll
stuck
just
in there.
Leave the way you came in.
No, no,
But
no.
Wait, which one was the entrance? Confusion sets in as all the exits
It's a
you see
maze.
turn out to be fakes. You don't notice, but this whole time
is making
you've
me
been
anxious.
moving deeper and
Mother
deeper
Nature is a
inside the
cruel
plant. Now, unlike other pitcher plants, the cobra lily doesn't digest you with enzymes. Instead, gross midge larvae
Yeah.
and bacteria start eating you alive, breaking you down.
It's a symbiotic relationship. That's pretty much what happens in our stomachs. We have tiny little microbial things that eat the stuff inside of us and help break it down.
Yeah, but the stuff that we eat is already dead. Eating something alive like this is...
Adam, you ate the worm one time. That was alive.
In Japan, they eat like live octopus.
Ew, Japan!
That is true.
Nutrient soup for the cobra lily to slurp up. Now, if you don't want to be eaten by my pet plant, you should boop the like button. It
Run the
helps me
blood.
out a lot. Pitcher plants are just the first on this list, and there's 4 more leafy assassins to go. Number 4, Bladderwort.
Ew.
Uh-oh.
Bladderworts grow in freshwater and wet soil environments, and on the surface, they have cute little flowers. But underneath is where the cold-blooded murder happens. One nice sunny day, you're swimming along living your best life, and then in the blink of an eye,
I'm a
you're
fishy.
suffocating in total darkness. You've been caught in the Bladderwort's trap. Attached to the plant's underwater stems are these structures called bladders, but instead of holding pee, they act as trapdoors. Oh,
What?
come on, dude. First, water is expelled, creating negative pressure inside, and
Oh.
the trap is set. When you came swimming along, you brushed past one of the bladder's trigger hairs, breaking the trapdoor seal. This created a
Dude,
vacuum,
what?
sucking you in within milliseconds.
You never break the
Bladderwort's
seal.
diet consists of nematodes, fish fry, and mosquito larvae, but it can eat larger
Ew,
things like
whoa.
tadpoles too. It
Wow.
does this by digesting you in stages. First, it dissolves your head into mush, then your
Oh.
body, then your legs, until you've been completely turned into nutrient
What?
soup.
Why am I being marinated?
Why don't they have this as like fishing gear? That's genius.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
It's because we have nets, Adam. Nets are the most efficient way of fishing ever, and it's actually being banned in a lot of countries because of how efficient it is.
Wait, no, big, imagine this on a huge scale. You have a giant, instead of a net, it's like a giant canister of just negative pressure, and it goes, and it sucks, that could suck in so many fish. Someone write that down. Why is nobody writing that down?
I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that.
Negative pressure.
That idea sucks.
Number 3, sticky leaf plant.
This one's my favorite.
God, it's like a spider
Sundews are
web.
named after the
Jumanji.
glistening drops of nectar covering their long tendril-like leaves. But despite their beauty, these drops
traps.
have a deadly function. The nectar is laced with a powerful glue, and as soon as you've touched it, it's a wrap.
Oh my god.
Literally.
You're
the
screwed.
plant senses your struggle, so it starts constricting its tentacles inwards, bringing you into contact with as much
Nature is a horror
stickiness as
movie.
possible. The secretions coat your whole body, immobilizing
This
your
is
limbs
exactly
and
how
clogging
Tinder
your
is.
breathing holes, causing you to suffocate in a matter of minutes. This whole time, the sundew has been secreting digestive enzymes as well, slowly dissolving you until only a skeleton is left behind. Compared to some of the other plants, though, being hugged to death actually sounds like a nice way to go. Another sticky leaf species is the butterwort, named after the buttery texture of its leaves. Works in
Buttworts.
pretty much the same way as the sundew, except its leaves are broad and flat, so there's more surface area for killing and eating. But not all carnivorous sticky leaf plants do the digesting. The rhododendron.
Isn't this kind of like an anemone? Like from Finding Nemo?
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
That's what anemones do, except they're underwater. So plus 1 point to anemones.
The one that Nemo lives inside of?
Yeah, but clownfish are immune to it, so clownfish live in it as a defense mechanism.
Wait, actually?
Yes, Adam.
Wait, how's it immune? Because the color?
It probably excretes some sort of
Repellent?
something on its skin. Yeah, that makes it immune.
It's like bug spray. Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay. Would you guys, so far, would you rather be killed by 1, 2, or 3? Sticky, fall in a pool, or get sucked? I'm going number 2.
I'd go into the one that was the cobra lily friendly where you can find your exit if you're smart.
I'd rather just get sucked. Call it a day.
I'd go for one. I would cannonball into that pit.
Alec would.
Good way to go out.
Alec would actually go out pretty good. He'd go out on his own terms.
It would take you like 7 years to get digested, though.
Procepilum has a
you're so strong.
mutualistic relationship with the mirrored bug. The
I
plant
thought
does
that
the
people float.
trapping, and the mirrored bug stabs you with its face.
Yay!
And then it sucks out your nutrient soup, turning it into
Oh my
Capri
God.
Sun,
poop
juice
for
box.
the plant to absorb.
Yep, I'm not picking this
But
one.
Something isn't adding up here. How does a plant that's highly adapted to catching bugs not catch this bug? It turns out that the mirrored bug has an extremely thick coating of grease, completely protecting it from the
Wow.
sticky clutches of the plant.
Just like Nemo.
Number 2, corkscrew plants. Oh, okay.
Freak.
I don't think there were cookies
I
in
hate
there.
that every one of these would have got
One
me.
day you're rolling around in the dirt. When you
Low key,
stumble,
these are like SCPs. Like we've watched so many SCP videos that are so similar to where they just bait people in and then destroy them.
All you gotta do is just make this human compatible, and it's an SCP.
Yeah, a plant is literally just a smaller SCP.
This one's basically the slide SCP, where you go in the slide and then you get transformed into a different dimension.
It's pretty
Yeah.
much that.
stumble upon a tunnel. Where does it go? Is there
Forbidden
treasure
hole.
at the end?
This one's like the ice
You
cream
just arrived at
SCP.
the opening to one of the corkscrew plant's many corkscrew-shaped leaves. As you travel through the spiraling tunnel, you brush past these strange pointed heads.
Don't go in
They're
there.
arranged in a way that makes
No.
moving into the tunnel very easy, but moving out almost impossible. Your only option now is to go deeper into the cave.
Dude, that's like one of those finger traps. Have you ever got stuck with one of those? I had one on for a week and a half. I could not get that thing off to save me for the life of me. I started getting used to it. I was like, okay, that's my life now. I might as well put on 4 more so it matches.
You were like Edward Scissorhands walking around.
Yeah, unintentionally.
Then you put one of those giant nose things on your face, and that one got stuck too, or?
Just trying to have a conversation.
And after what feels like ages, you finally reach a nice chamber filled with digestive fluids.
Honey.
And a slow, painful
Why did they just jump in?
diet consists of protozoans.
The crazy part about that one is that you literally know what's going to happen, but there's no other option. You can't go back. You must go towards the digestive fluid that's going to kill you.
Those are like the cave divers, for real. Like when they can't turn back, so they're just like, let me just keep trying to go.
Yeah, they keep going deeper to their death.
Yeah.
And then eventually they find lava, and they're like,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. It's funny when it's bugs. It's scary when it's people.
Mites and annelids. And because of the sheer number of them hanging around in the
Anyone else
dirt,
getting hungry?
the plant doesn't need to attract them. It just sits there and watches as the critters walk themselves
Oh my
into
God.
its stomach.
What?
Number 1.
It's a funnel
Snap.
for
Free eating
bugs.
glitch.
Ooh, the Venus
I bet
flytrap.
you've all
These
been
are the
waiting
probably
for this
PD
one.
piranha
When you
plant.
think of a carnivorous plant, the first thing that springs to your mind is the Venus flytrap. But contrary to
Of
their
course.
name, these plants don't actually
No.
eat that many flies. Their diet consists of roughly 1/3 ants, 1/3 spiders, and 1/3 miscellaneous critters.
Just
Only
eat all the
Well,
spiders
yeah,
in the world.
It makes sense because a fly can fly, so it can get out a lot easier than a lot of these things.
That's a great point.
Flies are so fast. I have a hard time killing flies. But an ant, I'm literally squishing them like little buggies. I can kill a million ants before I kill one fly.
Only 5% are flying insects. 4 adaptations make the Venus flytrap an effective killer. First, the leaves' bright red color and sweet nectar smell tricks you into thinking you spotted a delicious fruit. Second are these tiny sensory hairs all over its leaves. Nothing happens if you only touch a hair once, but if you touch it twice,
2
and
times.
each trap can only
You
operate
dead.
7-ish times before dying. This adaptation prevents wasting a snap on something like a raindrop or a fallen leaf. Third, each trap
interesting.
has these long lashes, which look like menacing teeth. Venus flytraps are quite picky with their food, as starting the digestive process takes a lot of energy, so smaller, unworthy prey can escape through the gaps in the lashes. I'm free. But bigger prey like you are trapped inside. Fourth, to make doubly sure that it's caught a big juicy meal, the plant waits until the sensory hairs are repeatedly triggered while closed.
I feel like they're trapped in there for like 30 minutes, maybe even longer.
Probably longer.
I think it's longer. It might be days.
What do you think's worse, like getting trapped by one of those things or getting wrapped by a spider? Because both are awful.
I would say the spider's probably worse, I think.
Yeah, the spider is going to slurp you up like a Capri Sun. At least this thing, you know, I could see the outside world.
Yeah, but the thing with the spider is like, you obviously know you're dead. Like, you look at that spider and you're like, oh, that thing's gonna eat me. You look at this plant, you're like, what happened? Like,
You got out-muscled by a plant.
I got
It is
tricked
pretty
by a
embarrassing.
plant. I'd rather die to the spider because at least it's
Plants
like,
literally don't have brains.
I
and
know.
they're still tricking these things.
Only noobs die to plants.
yeah, exactly. So I'd rather get killed by the spider.
Yeah, at least you can respect that.
Before it finally gets ready for dinner time, the trap clamps down even tighter, interlocking its lashes and forming an airtight
no.
seal. You slowly die of suffocation. And
What?
the plant secretes digestive enzymes, dissolving
give me the
you
spider.
over the course of a few days. When it finally opens up, all that's left of you is a
I feel like if I was a bug and I got trapped in one of those things, I would just start biting back. I would just try to eat my way out of the plant.
Check,
Right.
it's a plant.
I'd start pooping, I'd start peeing. But apparently that's what plants likes. So I don't, maybe that's not a good idea.
I could take a fat dump in that thing's mouth and it's just gonna squeeze harder.
yeah.
Diarrhea, please.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
It would be like you taking a bite out of a Boston cream donut and the cream's coming out. They're like, yeah, give me more.
Except the cream is actually just turds.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I
Flavored
got
turd.
it.
the skill. Many exciting ways to be eaten. Now watch this one next.
And that's that. We need therapy.
Remind me to stay away from plants.
If you guys enjoyed that video and want to see more just like it, click right here.